Hey folks, Malforian here. Today we're going to talk about something I don't generally bring up on the channel, and that is the game subscription services that Paradox have for a few of their games. But today we're going to be talking about Hearts of Iron 4 and Europa Universalis 4, probably two of the biggest games Paradox have, and they have this subscription service. If you're not sure what this is, basically you can subscribe every month and you get access to all the content that's been released for those games, which is pretty cool. I think this is a great system, especially if you're coming to a game late in its life and you don't want to be buying all the expansions. Maybe you want to give the game a try, but try play EU4 on the vanilla game and you'll just uninstall it in 5 minutes. So, you can do this. You can sign up for, well, it used to be $4.99. We're going to get to that in a minute. And you can have access to all the DLC. You can play it for a month. You can see if you enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, maybe you'll just buy all the DLC on its own. And then you've got that forever. Or maybe you think, I'm going to play it for like 3 months. I'll subscribe for 3 months. I'll have access to everything. And then I'll put it to one side, I'll play some other games, and then in a year I'll come back, subscribe again, and have everything again and play it for a couple of months. I think that's the best way to use this service, especially if you're not a player who's always bought all the DLC at launch or, pick it up at a sale or something like that. I think this service is actually really, really good for that. But today's announcement is basically that they're going to be increasing the price. So it's going up from $4.99 a month to $7.99. And then the 3-month subscription is also going up in price. Now, as you can see on the screen, the 3-month subscription is a bargain, I guess you could call it. It is basically less than 2 months worth of single subscriptions. So you're making a massive saving if you pay 3 months up front in a way. So I think that is still quite good value, especially, as I say, if you're playing EU4 with so much DLC, enjoy the full game for 3 months for $15 and then just come back to it later on. And then the other announcement they made is that the 6-month subscription is just going away entirely. I imagine that's because it was even more savings than 2 3-month subscriptions. So I guess they're getting rid of that to kind of make a little bit more money, I would imagine. I can't really think of another reason why they would get rid of it. And then the other major thing is that this is coming on the 16th of January, which is the main reason why I made this video. Like I say, I don't usually cover this system, but this is coming very soon. And I'm sure many of you play Hearts of Iron or EU4 and maybe use the subscription service. So I just wanted to let you know that, this is going up in price. They are going to email all of you if you are subscribed. So they're not really kind of like springing it on you as a surprise in a way. Well, I guess it is a surprise because it is still happening next week, but, they are letting you know a little bit in advance that is going to be the case. And then, as they say in the post here, there's a few reasons for this. One, they've never increased the price previously from when these launched 2 years ago, and they have released more DLC for these games. So I kind of see that. I can kind of see, they've had a couple of expansions, some different cosmetic packs and things like that, which you do get as part of the subscription. You get all the DLC, I believe, even really tiny DLCs like, different armor looks in EU4 and things like that. So yeah, they have never increased the price, and there has been more DLC launched since this service came out. Now, as I say, I kind of agree with that. Also, the games are 2 years older than when this launched. So, the value of the older DLCs has gone down. Obviously, the price hasn't. Price hasn't in the stores unless you buy it in a sale. But, the value of it has gone down because some of this DLC, especially for EU4, has been out, 5, 6, 7 years? Probably longer than that. I can't remember off the top of my head how long EU4 has been out, but it's been out for a while. And some of this DLC has obviously been out pretty much since launch. The value of the separate DLCs has also depreciated. And then, as they said in the comments here, there were a few replies from different people in the studio. They did also say, basically, inflation's affected everything at the moment in the world, which I will agree with, especially if you're doing, your weekly shopping, how much, groceries have gone up and things like that. And they are saying, like, look, inflation has gone up for us as well, and we've not increased the price of the subscription. And, we kind of need to kind of balance the value, I guess. It does mean, unfortunately, the prices do need to go up. But, there are two reasons. If you believe them or not, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm not, happy that prices go up. And this is quite a steep increase in price. It's gone from $4.99 to $7.99. But I do also get, inflation has happened. You do get a lot of content for this. So I can kind of see it from both sides. I don't use it myself. If you do use the subscription service, let me know in the comments. Are you going to keep subscribing? How do you like the service? As I've said, if I was going to one of these games and I'd never played them, I probably would use this service because, yeah, you don't own the DLC, but if you just want to come to it every now and then, play it, enjoy it, put it away, come back in a year when the next DLC comes out and play it again, I think it is a pretty good service. I am glad they brought this out and it is an option. And yeah, we'll see. And we'll see if this comes to CK3, obviously, and Victoria 3. Maybe when we've got a bit more DLC, a service like this will come out. I'm sure they'll sell stuff directly for a couple of more years before this comes out. They tend to launch this after a game's been out for quite a while, and then kind of get a second stream of income, I guess, from doing this. But anyway, we're going to leave it there for today. As always, hit that like button if you've enjoyed it. If you're new here, this is your first video you've seen on the channel. I generally am found playing Paradox games such as Crusader Kings 3, but I do play other historical strategy games. I cover news, dev diaries, all that cool stuff, so subscribe if you're new here and you've enjoyed it, but I'll see you in the next one.